Welcome to a new episode of Just a Taste. This is a gaming news show where we'll go over all sorts of gaming related news from the past month. I'm your host, Saint Pretzel, and let's jump to the news. Xbox Live. That's right, after being planned for release before June according to Xbox, the long-awaited Hollow Knight Silksong has been delayed to a now undetermined date. This month featured a very promising PlayStation showcase. Let's look at the highlights. A lengthy gameplay showcase for Spider-Man 2 has been shown, but a release date has yet to be announced. Solid Snake returns. A faithful remaster of Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater, has been announced. This includes the return of the original voice actors to the game. A Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1 has also been announced, featuring the first two Metal Gear games originally released on the MSX in the early 90s, and the first three Metal Gear Solid games. A new PlayStation device nicknamed Project Q has been teased. It is similar to the Wii U gamepad, being a mix of a controller and an 8-inch screen, and it will allow you to play PS5 games remotely over Wi-Fi. A release date for Alan Wake 2 has been confirmed. This new game in the Remedy-connected universe will be released on October 17. A new Square Enix game, Foam Stars, has been showcased. This new game seems similar to Splatoon, but with foam instead of ink. An unexpected sequel to Five Nights at Freddy's, Help Wanted, has been revealed for PlayStation VR 2. Help Wanted 2 will be released later this year, and hopefully it comes to other VR systems as well. Two new Story of Seasons games have been announced. Few details have been shared, but the first one will be a traditional Story of Seasons game, and the second one would be a brand new multiplayer experience. Two new Rune Factory games have been announced. The first one will take place in the Far East, an area that has been mentioned in previous games, and the second one will be Rune Factory 6. The latest Ratchet & Clank game has been announced to be coming to PC in July. This means that Rift Apart will be the first game of the franchise to be available on PC. The long-awaited story mode for Overwatch 2 has been cancelled. After being announced in 2019 as the big reason behind making an Overwatch 2, the game mode has been cancelled, disappointing many fans and making many lose faith in the game. This, however, is not the end of single-player content for the game, as they will be releasing story missions similar to the limited-time events that were in the first game. 3 classic Game Boy Advance games have been released on the Nintendo Switch Online. Super Mario Advance 1, 2, and 3 are joining the 4th one that was already available on the service. The gritty roguelike Darkest Dungeon 2 is now out of beta. This game that is quite different from its predecessor has had a pretty positive reception by most of the fan base. The long-awaited sequel to Breath of the Wild has finally been released, and it is a masterpiece. It is a huge improvement on the original game, while still keeping everything that made it awesome. I can't wait to go back to it after I finish recording this. The new multiplayer entry in the Outlast series, The Outlast Trials, is now available in early access. This new game is a more replayable experience to play with your friends, rather than a story-centered game like the previous ones, but it still manages to keep the tension high with a well-crafted ambience. Street Fighter 6 is now available. This game features 3 main game modes. The first one, World Tour, is a new single-player story mode in which you play as your own avatar. The next one is Fighting Ground, where you fight other players in traditional matches. And finally, the Game Hub, a new hub area where you can interact with other players, fight them, or play classic arcade games. Let's go over a few highlights of what you should keep an eye out for in the next month. Diablo 4 is releasing on June 6th. Final Fantasy XVI will be released on June 22nd. In the same detective theme, Ghost Trick, Phantom Detective, and Master Detective Archives, Raincode, will both be releasing on June 30th. We have now reached the end of today's show. If you learned something new, or if you have games you want to cover in the future, leave a comment and I will have a blast reading them. And if you want to support this show, give this video a like and subscribe to the channel, it means a lot. See you games next month, and remember, this was just a taste.